Welcome to Tom Teaches YouTube. In this video, we're gonna look at how you plan your YouTube video and everything you need to do before you hit record. I've created a template for you to use with questions to answer to help you prep and research and get everything you need before you actually start recording, and it is linked in the description down below. I'm gonna go through the process of how I answered those questions on a previous video I did on my education channel where I talked about the 5 biggest mistakes I've made as an educator. And so with that, I've already answered question number 1, which is in a few lines, what would you say your video is about? My video is gonna be about 5 mistakes I've made as a teacher, and it's actually a video form of a blog that I wrote about 2 years ago. The second question you wanna answer is what value do you hope people will get from watching this video? This could be entertainment, this could be informative, it could be inspirational, it could be educational. Going into making this video, I knew that there's a lot of people online that have been talking about how it's kind of hard to go onto Twitter or onto YouTube and see all these other teachers. It seems like every single one of their lessons is just going so well and that they've got the best relationships with their students. I wanted to make a video that kind of went against that grain. And so I thought maybe I could make a video where I share some of my mistakes because you don't see as much of that online. And so the value that I was hoping people would get was firstly encouragement that they are not the only ones that are making mistakes, and just hearing that from somebody else can be really encouraging. But I also wanted it to be educational in the sense that I'm gonna talk about the mistakes that I made, but also the things that I've learned from those mistakes and the lessons that I have to keep reminding myself about. So in this case, encouraging and educational. The third question you want to explore is what is the general flow of your video gonna be? This is where if you have research that you need to do, you go ahead and put all that research here. A lot of times when I have a video idea, I'll go and research other people who have done the same type of video, and then I'll see what I like and what I don't like about what they did to help inform me how I'm gonna make my video. So in my document, I didn't write a script here, but I wanted to do what my intro would be, what the body of the video would be, and what my conclusion would be. My intro was gonna be me talking about that whole idea of teachers being discouraged from seeing seemingly every other teacher online doing such a good job, and how I wanted to make this video as a response to that and share some of my failures in the classroom. Then I bullet pointed the 5 mistakes that I wanted to talk about. Okay, for mistake number 1, I want to include these ideas. Mistake number 2, I definitely want to talk about that one instance in my classroom. Mistake number 3, and so forth. And so since this is more of me sharing my story, I didn't need a script. I knew if I just had main ideas of what I wanted to talk about, I could just go ahead and start talking as soon as I hit record. If this is the first time you're making a video, it may help to write a script just to flesh out your thoughts. I would refrain from trying to read the script in the video because it's not as natural or organic because you write differently than you speak. But scripting out could help you begin to think about how you want to say some of the things. And I thought about how I wanted to end this video. With this one, I wanted to have 2 questions that I asked the viewer. 1, how they felt about seeing all the different teachers on social media, and 2, what is a mistake that they've made in the classroom that they're willing to share. I also ended with be sure to subscribe if you want to stay in the loop with upcoming videos, and said a little bit of what my channel was about if people were interested in seeing more. So this question is probably going to be the meatiest part of your prep. The 4th question you want to answer is what kind of shots are you going to be getting for this video? How much of the video are you going to actually be filming yourself? And if you are you going to be doing it in different locations, or is it all going to be in one spot? Are you doing a video where you're going to be screencasting, maybe showing a tutorial of how to do something on a computer, or screencasting gameplay? Are you going to be getting clips from the internet, like if you're doing a movie review and you want to pull clips from a movie, or a game review and you want to get other clips from the game that you don't actually record yourself? With each type of shot that you plan on getting, go ahead and write when and where you plan to get these shots. I'm always thinking through, when am I going to actually film this? For me, I like to have the natural light of this window coming in, so I have to plan on filming from the time that I get home around 3 o'clock till about the time the sun goes down, which is about 5 o'clock. And if you're in my YouTube class, you have to consider due dates, and if you're going to be filming in class, or do you have to get your film at home and then have it ready by the time you come to class on the day that your raw footage is due? When and where will you get each one of these shots? The 5th question you want to explore before you start shooting your video is what are 5 possible titles for this video? You might be thinking that titles should be coming at the end, but since YouTube is all about titles and thumbnails, knowing and starting with a really good title can actually dictate how your video ends up going, because you're like, oh, I want to title it this way. And for me, in my case, coming up with the title beforehand influenced the way that I actually talked about the video. Did I want to call the video 5 of the biggest mistakes I've made as an educator, or did I want to call it something like 5 mistakes teachers need to stop making? Because what I say in the video will depend on the title. If I start the video with these are the mistakes that I made, but then later want to title it these are mistakes teachers need to stop making, there's kind of a mismatch. There are some YouTubers that's the very first thing they think of is a really good title. Elle Mills is a YouTuber that does a really good job of this. One of her videos is called Slumber Party with My Brother and All of His Exes. That title alone is going to pull in a lot of people, and just starting with that title, it's like, what kind of video can I make around around this title. And if you can deliver on that title and it's not just a clickbait title that you don't end up following through with, all the better. So brainstorm 3 to 5 possible video titles for this idea. And the last question you want to answer before you start your video is along the same lines. What are 3 possible thumbnails for this video? Some YouTubers just grab one portion of their video and they make that the thumbnail. Sometimes it's easier to actually pose for a picture that you know is going to be used in a thumbnail. So when I knew this video was going to be 5 of the biggest mistakes I've made as a teacher, I had a few ideas. One of them was like, a picture could be me shrugging like, I made a mistake, you know, like something like that says biggest mistakes. And then I can actually take that picture because it's unlikely at some point in the video I go, and then actually take a screen grab of that. Have an idea. What could a thumbnail be? What are some of the words that might show up on the thumbnail? And what are some pictures that you might want to take while you're still wearing the same clothes that you are in the video, instead of a week later where you've shot the video and now you're wearing different clothes and kind of posing for a picture and there's not as much consistency there. And so those are 6 questions that you want to answer before you start filming your first video. The template for these questions is in the description. Feel free to make a copy of that and fill it in on your own. If you're not in my class, feel free to make a copy of that and then paste it in a comment down below. Your video is subject to change as things don't go according to plan, and that's okay, but you want to go into it with a plan and an idea of what you're going to work on. This is Tom Teaches YouTube. If you'd like to stay in the loop with any upcoming videos on how to create and grow on YouTube, then go ahead and subscribe. If this video was helpful, give it a like because it'll help other people find this video when they're looking for ideas on how to plan their YouTube videos. And if you want to stay in the loop with any upcoming assignments that I give to my actual YouTube video production students, they will be posted on this channel, so feel free to subscribe for that as well. This is Tom Teaches YouTube. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.